Episode 7, Episode 4, welcome back. Last week, great episode, super fun. If you haven't watched it, go watch it right now. Oh, wait. You good? You back?
Yeah, what he said, go pause this and watch it again.
Yeah, go watch it. Okay, now welcome back to this episode, and we have some great fights for you tonight.
So, opening up this episode, we have Atomic Green taking on Stingray. Some bots have had their first matches, and they're looking to either right the ship or continue on their good ways. Stingray 1-0, Atomic Green 0-1, followed by Reaper taking on Pizza Time. Huge against Electric Boogaloo in a battle of big robots with big eyes. Silver Star hoping to right the ship against Blip. Ripper hoping to take down the big time named Snowblind. Warbird hoping to right their season against Tornado. And Cyclone against Bot of Italy in a main event of two very different robots.
Let's get right into that Stingray match. Stingray taking on Atomic Green. Stingray looked pretty solid in their last fight against Buzzkill. Very slow flip in order to get them over, but able to get the job done pretty quickly. We didn't get to see too much of the bot, but seem a bit more dialed in. And hopefully they're ready to go against a hard flipper like Atomic Green in this match.
Yeah, looking at Atomic Green, they did not win their first match against Bot of Italy, but they did show some good moments and had a few good lifts, but this is definitely a fight that they need to win if they want to have a chance. They're very solid, but this is kind of a must-win match.
Yeah, definitely. Atomic Green outmatched basically against Bot of Italy. I mean, it was just a hard matchup for them to win, but looking to bounce back here against another flipper in Stingray, hopefully they can get some more impressive lifts.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they can do in this match between two lifters. Robots getting ready, and the match begins.
And here they go, and already Atomic Green kind of stuck up on that wedge. Not what you want if you're them. But already a nice flip over there in the corner, and aggressive on Stingray right now.
Great first attack there from that lifter of Atomic Green. Their first flip that we have seen. They didn't get any last match, but they're already off, and they've got a good one. Good one right there. Let's see how Stingray can respond. That's not how you want to open a match.
Yeah, definitely.
Very slow.
Atomic Green, I mean, showing us their speed, but there's a nice flip there, and we're already seeing some back and forth flips. Atomic Green having a hard time getting under Stingray.
Yeah, we're going to have to see who can outflank the other, but right now we are seeing some good moments here from Atomic Green. There's another good
nice lift over there by the corner.
And there's a good ram trying to get them back. Stingray trying to retaliate, and they got a good push.
Oh, and a nice lift. Can they get him in the pit?
Edge. No, they don't go in.
They don't go in.
They managed to survive, and Stingray pushed back and pushed in.
And it seemed like Stingray went in first. They're gonna.
Yep, that's a Stingray loss.
Wow.
What a close call that was.
I mean,
very tense times, but some very good action from both of these robots.
Atomic Green could have easily been like just a centimeter more in there in the pit right there. Great driving by both of these bots. Atomic Green really showing off their speed. They seem a bit more dialed in than last match, but still a little bit of work to do. Just a tense moment over there by the pit, and just good recovery by Atomic Green in order to get Stingray in the pit before them.
Yeah, almost in there. If they were just a little bit more, they would have been gone, but in the end, it was a capitalizing on the opportunity by Atomic Green. They're now 1-1. Getting into this next match, we have Huge. They lost their main event matchup against Mammoth and really didn't look that good.
They didn't even lose. They were embarrassed in that fight. They got absolutely decimated and are really hoping to bounce back right here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to describe it, but if they really do need to win this match. It's against Electric Boogaloo, and they have a decent spinner, similar designs. See if that spinner can do a little bit better than that thwacker.
Yeah, definitely. Battle of the father and the son. I mean, both of these robots even have a similar face. Electric Boogaloo, just kind of here to have fun, and even a 5-6 record is kind of impressive.
That's kind of impressive for them, and they won.
Yeah, they're 1-0 right now.
They became a spinner, and their spike broke off, and they ended up winning against Ribot. I don't
in one of the worst fights of all time.
It was terrible, but we'll see if they can do better here.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do better here. I mean, Huge is a winnable fight for them, so let's see how this plays out down in the box.
Definitely could be an interesting one here. And
definitely a weird matchup, but already Atomic Green aggressive out of the gate and already getting around a Huge.
Both of them very thwacky, I think is the best way to describe it. I mean, you have Huge with the spinner, then you have Electric Boogaloo, which just kind of flings itself around. But so far, it's actually, some good pushes. this is the only case where I think we're going to see a driving match with Electric Boogaloo, because they can actually push around huge.
Yeah, for sure. And they're using that ability to decent effect here so far. Seem to be stuck in the floor a tiny bit, and that flag seems to be coming off.
It looks like it's coming off. They're able to get out of that groove, and huge kind of waiting its moment. No real good engagement so far.
Atomic Green. Ooh, wow. That spike is gone. Not Atomic Green. I'm sorry. Electric Boogaloo. And out of the arena. Can Huge get back in?
It doesn't look likely. Same thing happened to them against Mammoth. Electric Boogaloo content to just wait there, and now it goes back off, and Electric Boogaloo is going to take this win.
I mean, a win is a win, and I mean, if you're Huge, you gotta avoid that corner over there. It's very easy for them to fall out of the arena, and that's the second time in 2 matches that they've done that. So if they want any chance at the rest of the season, they really need to avoid that corner there.
Yeah, that was just very, very embarrassing. Not the showing you were expecting, but also Electric Boogaloo is 2-0. Were they against good robots? No, but that's not a bad way for them to start their season.
No, of course. I mean, Electric Boogaloo looks better than they have in the past.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they can do. But now going to another robot that
does not look better than it has in the past.
We got Silver Star. Silver Star lost. Well, I wouldn't say lost. I would more say completely massacred by Cyclone. The guts flew everywhere, and there was no hope for them. Maybe they can do better, but Blip is definitely going to be a challenging matchup.
For sure. I mean, Silver Star has the makings of a solid weapon, but just the drive has never been there for them. You know, slamming into walls, and that's just going to be the case here against Blip, I think. You know, Blip, a solid wedge, they just need to engage Silver Star when they want to engage with them, and just try and not get knocked around by that huge spinner, and get that down, flip him over, and just take the quick KO. I mean, that's all you want if you're Blip, and Silver Star really just needs to play this right.
Yeah, we'll have to see what can happen here. Can Silver Star pull off an upset, or will Blip get an expected victory? And the
bots are off already. Blip quick out of the box, and a nice box rush
there. And we're seeing some good maneuverability. Ooh, those are some good exchanges. They're dribbling Silver Star.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Blip just doesn't even seem afraid of that weapon, which might come back to bite them, or it might be good. It seems like Silver Star's stopped working again.
It keeps. Why does it keep doing this? I mean,
it's sad. That's a sad fight.
I just feel bad for at this point in the way it goes. Blip falls in 2 just so Silver Star doesn't feel as bad.
I mean, another disappointing performance. I mean, that weapon on Silver Star is no joke. I don't know why they're having all these issues. They really could be a contender if they could really dial in that drive, I think.
Yeah, that's just every time something goes wrong, it's like Captain Shredderator. Just nothing, sometimes things just don't go right. The drive just not reliable. And once again, 0-2, and their season already looking very, very dim. Next up, we have Ripper in the red square. What has it been ripping? I don't know. But it's 0-1, and it did decently well against Behemoth, but it kind of doomed itself because it flipped at a bad spot, and then it couldn't recover from it.
Hey, no matter what you say, I think Ripper had a very solid performance against Behemoth earlier. Just, you know, kind of came short, but nothing to be ashamed of. But they have their hands full tonight with another Robot Chaos champion, Snowblind, who's just looked incredible against Blindside last week. I mean, just a solid wedge, a solid robot, and they are susceptible to being flipped. So if Ripper can get, you know, either to the back or get under that front, Snowblind could really have their hands full.
That could definitely be a possibility. It's another difficult matchup for Ripper. They've really just been tossed to the wolves this season so far, but if they can get a win here, that's major and can really set them up for the rest of the season. Beep. Beep. Boom.
Robos.
And they're off, and we're seeing
a whiffed box rush.
A terrible box rush. And Snowblind is going to punish them for that terrible box rush with some good pushes of their own. Ripper, oh my Ripper trying to find a good angle. Ooh, there's a good push in. Oh, so close. Very good flip. If I was Snowblind, I'd be getting a little bit scared.
Yeah, that's definitely reassuring for what you want if you're Ripper. I mean, being able to get under that front of Snowblind is not something most robots can do. So if you can get under there, you need to exploit it, and you need to get those flips. You need to seal the deal when you get those little half flips there.
Exactly. Trying to get back to that spot. If they can do that again and follow through better, then they can get this win. But it's going to be difficult to get those openings. They had one there, but Snowblind, you will rarely ever see them make a mistake. There's a good push in their back.
Wow.
They're stuck. Leave them be.
Nope. Down they go.
Why would you do that?
And already, I mean, Ripper showing, though, that it has been able to get under Snowblind multiple times, but here comes Snowblind with the shot
pushing
in the
them
screws.
back, and they're jammed again.
Are they going to be free?
I don't think so. The countdown has started on Ripper. The second straight time they show so much promise, and then they rip victory from the they don't. They rip defeat from the jaws of victory.
I mean, wow. If you're Ripper, you just took two previous champions toe to toe, and Ripper could very easily be 2-0 right now.
Definitely. It's brutal, and this is a brutal start to their season because they basically have to win out to have a chance. They look good, they had a chance, but then just meant to go backwards instead of forwards, and they're like, oopsie. And back down goes Snowblind. Snowblind, like we said, they punish robots that make mistakes. Ripper got...
Ripper.
It's Ripper.
It's Ripper. It's Ripper. But, I mean, a decent showing there by both robots. Snowblind made some driving errors there. It's something they got to look out for in the future. But moving on, we have Warbird X with its big metal weapon, hoping to make a statement win after that week 1 loss to Ocean Man.
Yeah, I mean, this robot had a lot of hype. It's one of the few metal spinners. It's done some damage to our floor. It gashes holes in the floor because of the stupid metal spinner. But it's very powerful, and it has had issues with reliability, but when it's working, it can land good hits. And they are fighting a robot that is a little bit vulnerable and is known to have a bit of a weak frame.
For sure. I mean, Tornado has those sides that are just ripe for the hitting with Warbird. Warbird really needs a statement win here if they want any chance of maintaining some of that hype. Tornado has some brittle sides that they can easily take advantage of. I'm really excited to see what Warbird can do when they're not facing the reigning champ.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a fight where we could see Warbird take advantage, but Tornado did win their first fight and pretty decent showing, so I have to see what they can do here, but see if Warbird can capitalize on the opportunity.
Bots are loaded in.
And there we go. Both robots ready to engage. That spinner spinning up, already a nice shot there. And there's another one. But now we're starting to see what could be an issue for Warbird is that the constant hits can cause a little bit of wear and tear on that weapon system. And already seeing...
Seems like they're fine for now. But they're kind of locked up.
Tornado welcoming the exchanges so far. Obviously no real ground game for either of them, but Tornado does have a pretty good push. And right now... they're capitalizing on that lack of weapon from Warbird. Warbird, though,
but here it comes, back again.
But rammed into that wall. And now back on the wall. This is not the start Warbird wanted. They were looking at this match. It seemed like a fight that they could manage well, but right now they are on the back foot. Tornado, relentless so far, and they've got a lot of work to make up right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that weapon may be too heavy for the system that Warbird is running right now. It just seems like it's too much power and it just knocks itself out, similar to the problem Cyclone had a little bit ago. Seems like they may need to realize that during the season if they want a chance, but right now it's all Tornado all the time. But here comes Warbird's weapon again. They were able to get some amazing hits, and already there's a nice shot on the side of Tornado.
There's a nice shot, but once again it just tones out. It's able to get some good shots, but it just can't sustain it. Right now, Warbird definitely worried right now. Tornado taking advantage. Of course, if they can get that weapon working, land a few more shots and avoid Tornado's rams, they might be okay. But right now, Tornado looking very good so far.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Warbird just really needs to get that weapon reliability fixed if they want any shot. I mean, they are able to bring it back, so it is possible that they can come back in a fight like this, but you really need your weapon running all the time, and that's being shown right here. And Tornado with a nice push. It was bound to happen. Wearing Warbird like a hat, it was just bound to happen with the amount Tornado was pushing them around, and that's going to be a Tornado victory.
That is going to be it. 0-2 for Warbird. brutal start to the season. I don't think anyone even expected that.
Yeah, I mean, people thought, oh, it can beat Ocean Man, but it can't even beat Tornado. I mean, its weapon looks solid when it runs, but it doesn't run the whole fight. So very concerning if you're Warbird. You really want to get that fixed. A solid win from Tornado. Let's not take anything away from them. That pushing power is no joke, as we've seen in seasons past.
Yeah, definitely. They are 2-0 right now, and they look very threatening against a robot that we thought could tear them to shreds. In the end, they were the one who were tearing shreds out of Warbird.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
brutal start. Warbird has a lot of ground to make up, and their season is looking very, very bad.
50 subscriber tournament rematch. This is what should have happened.
And looking at this fight, Reaper's spinner fell off very quickly. Pizza Time had a bit of faster wheels in this time. It was very sporadic. Gotten a few good pushes onto Reaper. Reaper, without that weapon, had to take advantage with its wedge to try to stop Pizza Time. And it was a pretty even back and forth match. Pizza Time got a few good pushes, but Reaper was able to respond with a few good pushes of their own, avoiding back clamper. And in the end, the win was ultimately decided by this.
Wow.
Reaper drove in, and Pizza Time won, and yeah.
Great fight. Okay, now on to an actually good fight. Main event, Cyclone versus Bot of Italy. Both of these robots looked very impressive in their first fights. I mean, Cyclone's spinner just looked absolutely deadly against Silver Star, just able to rip out the batteries, hoping to kind of maintain that same level of success tonight against a really solid robot in Bot of Italy.
Yeah, definitely. Cyclone looked very dominant in that win over Silver Star, but they're definitely going to have a difficult matchup here because Bot of Italy was equally as impressive in that victory over Atomic Green. Let's see what Builder has to say about this match.
Cyclone, I mean, we all know who Cyclone is. The bot that can't win a tournament fight, you know? Yeah, that one. The angled disc spinner, yeah, that one. Yeah, it'll be easy. We'll just flip them over, they're done. As soon as they're flipped over, they're done. Easy as that. Easy as pie. Easy as pizza pie. That's what Bot of Italy represents. Pizza pie. Alright, let's get it done.
Main event, baby. Let's get it going.
Here we go. Both robots getting ready, using their weapons, spinning up. And there's a nice start there. Ooh, a missed flip there by Bot of Italy. That flipper flying high. And it looks like
Cyclone kind of stuck in the corner there, but nice. Oh, that weapon doesn't seem to be working.
Uh-oh, that weapon is down, and that is a big advantage. Open back up. Okay, never mind what we said. Looking for a big opening is Bot of Italy to get that flipper in, but that spinner does seem to be struggling, and but Cyclone almost falling into the pit there, doing some Indiana Jones escape maneuvers to avoid going in. Bot of Italy trying to push him in, almost going in.
What a weird start to this fight.
Cyclone was falling in again.
Some nice audio from those very talented drivers.
Yep, definitely not us. So this is a matchup between two robots really without... Oh, but actually that spinner on Cyclone back up there.
Back. Having some nice shots over there by the corner, but Bot of Italy wants to stay aggressive.
Yeah, Bot of Italy trying to get in some good pushes here. That flipper is done, but they still have good driving capabilities. So let's see what they can do here. And oh no!
You lose, I win.
Some nice commentary there. It's good to hear from the splendid drivers and kind of a really weird fight.
A very weird but oddly entertaining main event in a way. We had the flipper breaking on Bot of Italy. We had whatever this was going over the pit and avoiding it.
I don't know how they managed to get out of that. This was just a fight of their bots both cheating death and not really doing anything to each other. They were just fighting the arena the entire time, it seems like.
Yeah, it was a very interesting matchup, but in the end, Cyclone didn't make that driving error, and Bot of Italy did make a driving error. So 2-0 Cyclone, great start to their season.
Yeah, great start. That's exactly what you want if you're Cyclone.
Very fun fight, this one.
I have been tasked with recapping this splendid episode, so let's get to it. We saw Silver Star disappoint us again. Warbird disappoint us again. We saw Atomic Green look solid, bounce back win against Stingray. We saw the battle of father and son, the huge disappointment. And then in the main event, we saw Bot of Italy disappoint us for the first time.
Yeah, but getting into this next episode, we'll see some more robots having their second matches. We'll see Blindside, Monstrosity, Abomination and Breaker Box, Behemoth against Enforcer in a Season 4 champion rematch. We'll see Ice Wave taking on Seizure. We'll see Killer Crab against Complete Control and 2 more Own 1 robots facing off. We'll see 2 low robots with Ramplant and Lola Man. And in the main event, Ocean Man taking on Loki. But that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in a week.
1 week. We are
1
consistent.
week.
I promise. I hope we release these in a week.
Please.